Hello everyone, this is Silvio with Business Central Musings. In today's video we're going to talk about a new feature in the AL language and AL compiler version runtime version 15, and this is about moving tables between extensions. Let's have a look at the picture here. We have here two extensions, extension 1 and extension 2, two extensions with purple color. Each one of those two extensions has three tables, T11, T12, and T13, as well as on the extension 2 we have T21, T22, and T23. If we decide to move some of the data into a different extension, for example, I want to move T12 and T23 into a different extension, into extension 3. Well, right now the only way of doing that is with configuration packages. You're exporting the data from extension 1, you're exporting the data from extension 2 into configuration packages, and you import that data into an extension 3. With AL compiler runtime 15, we can do that via code. So let's have a look. I have here an example of a table T1 with two fields, F1 and F2, and primary key is F1. And we also have a table. The table is P1 and is supporting the table T1. So let's compile. And this is an extension called source ext, which is the source extension. What we're planning to do is we are planning to move this table into a new extension. But for now, let's publish, so we can see this table and the page in Business Central. We're in Business Central and I am in this sandbox BC26. You can see here the version is 26.0, and let's see what we published here. We go to extension management. And I just published an extension called source extension. Let's see the page. The page was P1. Let's expand it a little bit and let's add some data in here. We are entering the data for field 1 as well as field 2. So we've got enough data here. Now let's move on to another extension, and let's move to this extension, which is this is a different extension. This is an extension where we're planning to move that table, and in here we have one table T1 move. We see that we have the same ID 5100. We also have a property here, MovedFrom 8F5B, and we also have a page here P1 that supports the table T1. But the most important is this property here for the table MovedFrom 8F5B. Let's go into the original project, and if we look here in the app.json, we see that this was our 8F5B was our source extension, and we still have here the T1 table, which is, we saw it is released, it is deployed into the tenant. We have also a page P1 supporting this table. Now let's make a few changes to this table and the page. So the changes are that we are going to, what changes we want to do here are the fact that we want to obsolete this table, and the value is going to be moved for obsolete state. And we want to also introduce a new property here, MovedTo, which represents the application ID, the GUID of the application where this table is going to be moved. If we look at the destination, we can see it, the ID is 870, and that's why we have in the source table MovedTo 870. With that said, we get here a compiler error that T1 is moved. So what we can do, we can remove this table from here, and T1 looks like it's going to be moved. And if we look at the other extension, we have the T1 here supporting the two fields that were moved. You can see the MovedFrom is the original app ID. We see the fields F1 and F2 having the same data type as in the source. So the IDs and the source, the data type are the same. We just add to the table the property MovedFrom, which represents the GUID of the property where the table is coming from. So now next thing is we're going to publish this extension first, which is the source. Basically, we're saying to the platform that we're going to retire this table from this extension. Publish without debugging. So we're basically publishing the source, the extension that contains the source table to BC, and we should be unable to find the table or the page P1. We cannot find it. And if we were to look for table equal 5100, we should not be able to find it. And indeed, the metadata object for table 5100 was not found. Now let's go to the second extension, which represents the destination. And we have the new table is here, and it's moved from the source extension. We have also a page here, P1. So let's just deploy this extension to Business Central. This extension is called destination, and the publisher is also me. So let's just hope that now we're going to be able to find two extensions in BC, the source extension and the destination. And not only that, if I was to look for the extensions with publisher my name, we can see them both in here. So we are good. We know we published it. Let's just see the integrity of the data. Did the data make it through this release? And yes, we can see the 4 records we entered while those 2 records were in the first extension. We can see them now as being part of the destination extension. This is it. I hope we all learned something new today, and I'll see you in the next one. Join our community of learners today. Let's navigate through Business Central together and ace that MBA 20 exam. Subscribe now. Just open up YouTube and in the search type Business Central Musings. And here it is. This is my channel. All you have to do is click subscribe.